what is the main thrust and the focus. And there are so many aspects we can talk about it. I only focus on those aspects I think is significant to me at this point. Alright? So the three questions in chapter 14. Okay, what in chapter 14 is all about is that alright, and David's okay, is on the run. Okay, 2 Samuel. Okay, just give you just a general idea what the text is all about, what we are covering. Yeah? Okay. Chapter 14 talk about alright, Absalom after killing Amnon returned. Okay, returned and Joab somehow through a wise woman persuaded king to bring the son back. Alright? Okay, so that is a part of the chapter 14. And then chapter 15, and Absalom, he want to overthrow the father. Yes. Right? Okay, overthrow the father. So there's a rebellion taking place like this. It's a result of David's sin, where he took Bathsheba and then he killed, so-called murdered the husband under the sword of the Ammonites. Right? So because of the sins, we bring consequences. Consequences that the half sister was raped, and then after that, the brother took revenge. Tamar, the raped by Amnon, and then Absalom killed Amnon, and then now he want to overthrow his father. Alright, so this is much worse. So sin reached Rebel cousin and read the evil. Alright, so these two chapters. Because for quite some time, and Absalom ran, right, because he's scared that because he killed his half brother, and then he was afraid, so he was on the run. Right, then after some period, some years, and then Joab finally persuaded David to bring the son back. Alright, and okay, the question is, why did David not feel inferior when he carried out Joab's suggestion to bring back Absalom? Why? Okay, because the reason is David was a king, right? And Joab was his commander. And why was it that he took the suggestion of his commander? Right, that means, and then why he didn't feel inferior and he took it. And the question number 2 is, why do you look at Job's response by his falling with his face down to the ground to pay David honor, and he blessed the king when David put his suggestion into practice. Why? So you see, so they understand that Joab commanded persuaded David to bring the son back, right? Son, okay, after killing Amnon, and king me back, and then David accepted the suggestion, and then Joab was so happy that he fell with his face down to pay him honor and be blessed. Alright, be blessed, Alright, be blessed. Is it be blessed? Okay, now blessed is the king, right? So you can see the because one of the things is that oftentimes people suggest it better than you, then you talk, you feel insecure, correct? There's one instance like this, right? But David is not, he gladly took the advice. During the funeral, I tried to arrange for them the cheaper casket. And so, but this family feel that the backdrop and also the decoration is not as nice as the other casket. In fact, originally he wanted to introduce a Buddhist casket, right? And they are very professional, 40 over years of the industry. And then I said, because it's why I'm a Christian, because I hope we done Christian casket before, and then they didn't know how to do. They had asked me how to do. So and then I said that if you take a Christian one, why I introduce it because I worked in several times and then they're very affordable, very cheap. Most people can afford. I said that one because they are Christian, they can do the Christian way. Then we let them come down to see. Then he found that the backdrop was also nice, not as nice as somebody introduced. And then so the Christian casket. Yeah, they're not nicer definitely, because it costs a little bit more because each one change more. So actually it's perfectly alright as long as you are happy with the other Christian one, and it was great whether I can go along well with it. I said, I'm fine, I can go with anybody. Alright, even non-Christian I can go with. I'm okay. As long as we get the job done nicely, right? We will try to understand each other. Try our so this instant we have a few insecure. I said, yeah, my brother, go ahead with whatever suggestion, whatever you want, because it's you and your sister decision. I'm happy with it. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. I'm happy to do whatever you want, because as long as the reason he says that the rebellion will criticize and all that. I said that's fine with me because it's definitely nicer. Okay? And anyway, so I took their suggestion. Alright? I said the other side is, can you tell the other Christian class which I recommend say that we are not engaging? I said it's fine. It's not business, there's no commitment. It's just like present to you the quotation, right? So and then I told the brother, I said, brother, they really send in the group chat to say that they're looking for a backdrop that you cannot give them. Alright, so they opted for the other one. Okay, so anyway, thank you for making a trip down and all that. And so he accepted and screenshot the whole thing to this brother and sister. Okay, so we do not have to feel inferior when someone suggests something better or something is good, as long as it's objective, it's about the common objective, it is fine. You don't have to feel insecure about it. Alright? I don't have to feel any but because you all think for the good of all. Alright? So let's look at this case. David accepted the suggestion of Joab to bring his son back. Alright? And then after that, David fell his face to the ground to pay him honor, and he blesses the king. He blesses the king, right? So he took his suggestion and he brought back Absalom, and he was very happy. Of course, this brother was very happy. And when at the funeral, and the sister, when talk about this, he said, "Pastor, that looks so nice." I said, "Yeah, it's nice." Nice. Okay? So he was happy. I think in life, sometimes people's suggestions are good to take. Alright? Even though maybe from your student, your teacher, right? And from somebody, your colleagues or your subordinates, it is fine. As long as objectively it's better for the organization. It's better for the day. It's perfectly alright. Alright? But we must also learn to say, accept no for an answer. This was very important. I must learn to accept no for an answer and accept yes for an answer, right? Okay, sometimes people tell us no, they give us a reason, a good reason, we just say that we can accept. Okay? So at the same time, must have the maturity and the strength, inner strength and the security to accept no for an answer and yes go on. Right, so I think life we have to, like this morning my wife asked me to come and prepare a song. I said, I cannot sing this song. You know why? So she made it. I said, it's fine, then you put another song. Right? I said, fine, that's why you're reading the song. But I have to arrange I said, this one not very comfortable. Then after that I put one set, one song, and I said, then I can place another one. So okay, comfortable, that's fine. Now second set. Now out of four, I said, this one, I can't find another song, at the short moment, I'm like, how about this one? I said, no, you already sang this. Then I put another one, how about this one? I said, you find it is okay, comfortable, let's go ahead. I think the song is reasonable, then go ahead. I mean, me and my wife is okay, we just can accept one. Okay, that's all you give me a reason. And we are not one, must insist that you must follow, no, we don't run. As long as it's reasonable, as long as the song you put in, it's quite what. For me, I have to learn that song. I'm okay with it. Alright, because she likes songs more, and actually more. I mean, I can appreciate the song is not bad. It's all good and it flow quite well. I say okay, because every song we put must have impact one. Because when this is an occasion of our very important, very significant. So we give our best for the day. Right? So I say it's okay, the relationship is like that. If you say no one, say it's fine with me. Give me your reason. Okay, go ahead. Then she actually go and type the song and then ask my daughter to do the design. And then when I say she can stay for the whole So what I'm trying to say is like this case Joab and David, King David. So I think it's quite maturing or handling the situation. Okay, then, but look at Absalom is different. Absalom, okay, but question 3, what was it right for Absalom to burn Joab's field when Joab did not bring his friend for Absalom to see his father? Okay, I give it in phrase copy. was it right for Absalom to burn Joab's field when Joab did not bring his bread for him to see his father even after 2 years that he returned? Alright, meaning to say that because the Absalom asked Joab, hey, can you bring my request to my father that I want to see him? But then Joab said, no, I don't want. Because Joab's field was next to his field, and he went and burned his field of his king's son, right? So my question is, that response, was it right? It's a king's son who burned the commander's field, alright? So obviously is, when someone, even though you're superior, if someone don't refuse your order, doesn't mean you put the law in your hand, you burn them. But that's not the way you respond, isn't it? Alright, so we do not, because we are superior, or in this case the king's son, and then the commander, he went and burned the commander's field because he didn't carry out his order. Alright, I think, of course, later on, Joab carried out his order to tell the king, and then the king welcomed him and so on. So he did that and so on. So the point I'm trying to say is that if somebody refuses your order, you don't go so drastic as the previous, right? So he wasn't right. We still must respond the right way. But this is not the right way to respond, even though he's your junior and you're the commander, you're the king's sons, and then you should not do that way. You don't take, so-called, and then you just burn his field like that. So I think it's incorrect. Of course, things can be resolved in a better way. Alright? So these are the three questions we are dealing with the human relationship. Sometimes our relationship with our colleague, or we church leader, church member, or now within the church setting, or within the family setting, husband and wife setting. These are the things that will happen in terms of relationship. We must handle it properly. But always, I remember very well, always respond whatever is good, right, and perfect, and son of God. Okay, and when they were to do you wrong, you still have to do right. Okay, you have to do right and do it the right way. Yeah? And so, however the person feel, the one is a valid and individual response. Because although we would like the person to respond in the right way, but what if the person does not respond in the correct way? When you tell the person, please respond in the right way and still do one, we just continue to encourage and advise, but we don't do any harm, do anything bad or anything have bitterness or hatred or unforgiveness matters like that. No. Alright? So, I also talk to the people there. I say, when you never go to church, why you didn't go to church, and why did you there, and hear a bit about history. Sometimes I feel that you say I get scared to feel hurt again, because I trusted this church so much so that then the pastor did not do the thing right. We fall so hard, and she was devastated, and affected, and then stopped going to church. So this is one example. Their relationship where you trusted the church or the pastor so much, and you feel hurt, right? You feel, and then you stop going to church. And they are really stubborn. Yeah. So this thing definitely happen in the real life scene, even among the Christians or the. But one thing is very important is that whether the pastor fall or don't fall, most importantly is your own response to God. Okay, your response to God must always be right, because God doesn't fail you. The man may fail you, but God doesn't fail you. So your response must be towards God and still continue the journey with God and partners God. I tell you, in real life in church services, there will be friction one. There's no perfect church one. Okay, because you are imperfect, you go there and the church become imperfect. There's no perfect church one. You don't have one. It's just how you respond. It's very importantly. And this, as long as you're human, there will be friction one. It's just how you respond and go together, synergize together, and go for the best. What differences we can, that is very serious. We just put one side and then focus on group objective, common objective, and move on forward. And along the way, we improve. This one will go on until Jesus. Then until the day you go to heaven, then there's perfection. Other than that, there's no perfection on earth. Alright? So it's a ongoing one. It will be say that it's very importantly just work together the best we can until Jesus Christ comes back. There's no perfection, but must go and find a good church project. I tell many people who are church, say, you're just so far away. I say, church so far. I said it's about 50 minutes or 1 hour journey to the church. I said if you go to a church that you are uncomfortable and you don't learn and you don't go, even if it's near, so in the end you still drop out, come out, right? If I go to a church that you are comfortable and you learn even a little bit about Singapore, contact is 1 hour, still like reasonable, right? So, and then they came, no? And this girl tomorrow will come again. Alright, so she's happy with it, until she sees of come. She come. Very nice, frustrated. There's another one waiting for her to come also. Right? She wait for a week and she'll learn something of it, we stay to come also. Alright, so I'm trying to say a relationship very important. So that how you respond really. Okay, now go into the text. Go into the, okay, let's go to chapter 14, verse 1. So you can see, so I give you the background really, like chapter 14. I'm not really, I'll just highlight the significance of chapter 14 is talking about Absalom's return to Jerusalem after long absence. Alright? Joab, son knew that the king's heart longed for Absalom. So Joab is concerned, yeah, this is the strength of Joab. Joab has his strength and also does not have strength, especially when he killed his Saul commander, and then without the permission and the notice of king. So he bypassed the authority. So that part was not good, right? It can even leads to, because of what we say, it can lead to a civil war. Because he was not careful with action. Okay, I tell you real line, my daughter now in this line, right? And then the people higher authority bypass her on occasion. And he bypassed her and update her. But he's supposed to be updated because he was put in a higher authority. Right? Because this case prefer higher. So I say that this area is not good. You cannot bypass people. Okay, you have to fulfill responsibility. Some people, if that's the case, we have many enemies. Because you bypass authority. Right? You must go to proper channel, proper protocol to remain harmony as far as possible. Right? So it's very important. You must go by, but this case I say Joab, this is his strength. Okay, we understand the king's son, but this is the area, and then he suggested to bring the son back, which is also good. But the other part that was bad was he bypassed the king's command, alright? And then he took the law in his own hand as well. Alright? So Joab sent someone to Tekoa to ask a wise woman to give a story, to tell that he has two sons, and then they fight, the two sons fight, okay? And then one killed the others. So the clan want the son to be dead. So if the son is dead, then he will no more son, right? So then he used an example to ask king, and king say, come and help me, right? Actually, this example is really for the king, because his two sons fight, one they killed, and then one they was on the run. Alright? So in the end, king said, did Joab tell you to do that? He said, yes. And see, the king is also not this wise king, and he can see through. I said, one verse says, I have two sons, they got into the fight, and then one was killed, right? And then the whole clan come, and they want the boys there. He said, the boys there, I have a widow, in the end I got no descendant, I have nothing, right? So the king, and then the king said, but the woman from the said to the king, let my lord the king pardon me and my family, and then the king and his throne be without killed. So the king wanted to protect the woman and said, go home, I will issue an order on your behalf. Then the woman said to the king, right? Basically, you do this elegant scenario to tell the king when to bring back his son. Okay? Because the son was on the right. If anyone say anything, will you bring them to me and they will not bother you again? So the king said, I will help you. Then let the king invoke the Lord his God to prevent the avenger of the blood. Avenger of the blood, they will revenge from any destruction to my only son. As soon as the Lord do, he said, no one else. So the king's son, the king will protect this woman, but his son from being killed, right? But actually, what basically is I say, you must protect your son, Absalom, who was on the run. Okay, let's move on. So one day, the woman said, why then you have devised a thing like this against the people? But why the king say, if he and does he not convict himself, or the king has not brought back his family son? So he's referring to this example, he's telling us, king, you need to bring back your son, okay? Alright, so he's trying to bring across the point. He said, like water spill on the ground, which cannot be recovered. What is done cannot be undone. Amnon was killed Absalom must bring him back, okay, to protect him. So we must die. But that is not what God desires. Rather, He divine way so that a banished person does not be banished for him. Okay, then what happened? And now the servant said, verse 19, may the word of the Lord secure your inheritance, Absalom, right? And the king asked, isn't the hand of Joab with you in all this? So they collaborate, they cahoot together to come to the king in order to convince the king to bring back the son by using the example. Okay, this part you can read yourself in more detail to be clearer. As surely as you live, my Lord says, no one can turn to the right to the left for anything, my Lord. Yes, it was your servant Joab who instructed me to do this. That so that Joab is the one, right? Instructed me to do this, and we put all this word into my mouth of your servant, okay, the wise woman. And the king said, very well, I will do it. Go and bring back my son, Absalom. So that is the idea, the purpose, to bring back the son, Absalom. And Joab fell with his feet. And that's how we talk about the question, right? And Joab, because the king took his suggestion, after so long, finally decided to bring back his son, Absalom, to forgive his son. And Joab fell with his face to the ground to pay him honor and blessing. And he said, blessed be the king. So I think our response, that's what I already mentioned maybe when someone suggested a good suggestion of who is a junior or a subordinate, or it is good, you take it. Okay, even if your son or your daughter. Alright, so don't be proud, and don't accept, but go and accept the good reason. That the reason some their suggestion is better and together with for good. Okay, then Joab went to this one and brought back Absalom, right, to Jerusalem. Okay, so this is the question that just now we will trash out, right? So that we must handle the situation for the good of the kingdom. Alright? But the king said he must go to his own house and not see my face. And so Absalom. Okay, the question is that was there a complete acceptance of what? Okay, so this case I say you cannot see me, go to your house. Okay, what happens if people will leave church? Alright, will you accept people come back to a church? Of course, people will leave the church and come back, we still accept. But you need to talk to the person. You need to understand him, give you observation, to read the person, and explain. Right? But you must identify with the vision, with the doctrine. I think the reason why in church we don't simply accept people. Whenever people offer their ministry to us, and we don't accept because they are one of the reasons because they're from a different background, they do not see the way we see things. Of course, some of them not that perfect, but there's a time of just, but we talk about those who are very far away. Right? For example, charismatic and non-charismatic. There's one. Okay, we do not, because we are charismatic, we speak with power. We definitely believe in that. But of course, those who come in, we will share the doctrine with them, if we understand, if we have the person to move them on. We can accept people because if you have people who cannot identify, simply there will be friction, there will be conflict, and there will be problem. You will not last one. Very long last. Of course, we have minor difference definitely, but the major doctrine must agree. Okay, major doctrine. For example, charismatic is one, and of course what do you call it? Sacrifices. Agree, sacrifices. Okay, anyway, there are different degrees of sacrifices, but I tell you, my children always tell me, Pastor, Mother, we are very different from my friends over here. We really go around and then excel. I had, wait, let me see. We really go out to really be very radical. We are very radicalized. We need to see we go all around. We have only one life to live. We live is go on and do our best for them. Okay, why is it radical? Until today, I'm still a volunteer. Okay, although we are little circles, I don't think. You know why? I believe we will never give up. I really believe. Alright? So, I mean, if I mean others, there's nothing wrong to correct salary, there's nothing wrong. Okay, but individual relationship is fail. But what I'm trying to say is, we believe it's great sacrifice. But you say, then how are you going to live? Right? But until today, we say anything about life, I can show you. The reason why I share with you is real life experience. We never owe anybody any cent. Even our school fee, even the medical fee for is probably paid. Alright? So maybe you don't take a cent from the CPay. No. It's all by the grace of God. His provision. How you provide? I tell you, I don't know. Just live by faith and just trust God. And He bring life. Today, you realize. Alright? So what I'm trying to share with you is that this is my own real life example. Alright? According to your faith, not everybody say, huh? But what we say is, because a lot of people cannot take my preaching, say, Pastor, you always preach about sacrifice. Yeah, we talk about sacrifice, we talk about others, but we also talk about loving people. Alright? Because God's kingdom must always first one. I share with different ones, I say, this particular sister for me, the mother of me, we give some money. Right? And this particular product money, we also give some. It's really no job, got cancer, they need money. Right? So we help them, whatever little that we have, then we share with them. We believe in that, that's love. Right? That's love, because they are in need. Right? Even though we don't know the mother, we still extend. So these are called love. Alright? Love in action. Like this whole week, normally I conduct funeral, I don't have. If you are there, I sit down with them, the funeral cost 10,000. Okay? The cheaper one was 10,000. And then this one more, okay, but they are poor. Right? They are rich enough because they. So what I'm trying to say is that, I say, Pastor, how much your side will pay you? I said, they free. Okay, how about the musician and the worship leader? How much do we pay them? I said, we go together, we give free. We don't take anything. But say, if you want, say, but okay, no, we want to give you all. I say, if you want to give, okay, I really to give, not to me, not to any of our people. Alright? Because they are all working. We give to the church. Okay, no, give to us. No. Alright? So we, all the while, so far, I can't remember, but the last one I also did it. So my friend said, we are here to help people, to bless people, because we want to reach out to them. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now sorry. Okay, wait, sorry. Okay, now wait. Because after a while you go back. Okay, so is there in there was a man so highly praised for the handsome dog. Okay, they bring absolute compare, but you must stay at his house, right? So what I'm talking about, this one the subject was how about people who lectures and come back to work? Okay. But we need to sit down with them and talk to them and observe for a period. Right, there's spare to go with them. Okay, let's move on. Alright, so he's a handsome man. And he has 3 sons and a daughter were born to him, and he lived 2 years in Jerusalem without seeing his father's face. So the question is it really, not easy also, like, he killed the stepson and all that, I don't even level, right? But anyway, well, this is a scenario, right? But for us, I say it's, because the people come to church, go to church, it happens everywhere, but we don't have to take it to heart as God, church. We have people. We raised for 5 years now. I tell you that they even join this para church. And then come back. So we raised from zero, conversion to that. And then what we do? Of course, you have choice. Choice. There's another pastor, they are upset every time mentioned, this person, this para church took away my pastor, not my you pastor, and never come back. And also, so you can see the problem. There's a problem there, right? But anyway, individual has a free will and choice. It's all come and go. Whatever is the case, we are doing objectively, and then we do it based on the doctrine. But still, the person is important. Whether you need to check whether it is important. Okay, the one is a precious resource. So, but we still must respond in all ways. So, in this case, see that David had a son, right? This one is his own son. Okay, you can see there, it's not easy, right? Okay, and Job refers to come in and he sent him a second time. I should say for Job in order to send him to the king, but Job refused to come to him and send. Then he said to his son, look, Joab's field is next to me and his barley there, right? So go and set it on fire. So Absalom's servant set the field on fire. And then Joab did go to Absalom's house and say, why have your servant set my field on fire? Alright? And Absalom said, look, I send you word and to come come here so that I can send you to the king and ask, why have I come? It would be better for me if they were still there. Why you haven't seen the king, right? Say, no, we better stay why really bad, they don't see me, right? Now then I want to see the king's face, right? And if I feel you, I mean, let him to be there. So Joab went to the king, okay, and told him. Then the king summoned Absalom and came and bowed with his face to the ground to the king kissed him, right? Alright, okay, let's focus on important. This is the last chapter. In the course of time, let's see, even there the son, you see the thing was probably his son. The father is forgiving him, and then but now he wanted the throne. You can see this. This is a evil. But I tell you, you observe the character. Some people they are really think evil. They are always think of evil. And some people always think of good. Okay, you have to see the heart. Right, the heart. But this one, the heart is always evil. Right? In spite of being forgiven so called, yet we want the throne. You can see that some people is really very hard to work with. But this kind of people, we cannot work together in the ministry. Because the heart is always think of power, power. You see, there's somebody was saying that when you are not right with God, first, okay, you want, the three things was said in money, sex, and power. When you are not with God because you want the money. You want the money, then the sex will come in. The illicit will come in. And after that, you want the glory, you want the power. So these three go together, money, sex, and power. Because why in the first place? Because why people are out there, they are not big for God? Because they want money, they want materialism, they want the world. Eventually, the life will be problem, another woman comes in. Another problem is they want the fame and the glory. And really harder for them. So always connected. So if you are right with God, you put God first, money is not issue, woman is not issue, power is not issue. Because it's something with God's power, it's something with God's skill. So there's no issue, right? So it's very important. The first thing your heart must be right, because a lot of people they don't give to God because money is very important. Okay, so that's why they don't lay down sacrifice. They always say sacrifice, right? But slowly you will go. Okay, but we understand. Okay, we have to sacrifice our purpose to build God's kingdom. Use the money to build God's kingdom, not build our kingdom. Okay, you don't use it. We are very transparent. Alright, you can see the account, right? You can see there, right? Maybe we give you one. Okay, what members we give you. Is there no salary? Top, zero. Right? So your life is transparent. Okay? So I want you to know that how you know a person whether he is right or wrong, you see his life. The life is most important. Okay, his action. He talk. Some can talk very well, but you never see the action. But some people talk less, but you see the action very powerful. So we want all of us, men and women, action. Not only can talk well, but action. Action more important. Action means you impact life. Physically, touch life, you put the effort. You touch life, you see life changes. Alright? There's show signs of love. Alright? Signs of love. Signs of love, you must give one. Give your time, give your money, and give your talent. Because that is love. Okay, that is love. Okay, that is love. If you say any, then you never do where is the love. Right? You just live service only. Right? Also, the most important thing is your action. And action must be pure. You do it. Okay, you say whether my action is I go to the hospital, I want to reach out to this country and for God's glory. Because they are not coming to church. Right? And before that, this sister called me and I said it's critical, but I didn't know anything about the background, so I just go. Just go and then I just go here and you know the step of faith. Then I say to the us. Right? And then this lady who called me also converted the mother's funeral. Right? So and that's not open door. I'm sorry. But my motivation is to save this family. I told my family I do what I can, the rest I do. Right? Eventually what happened I don't know. But my job is to save them and help them. And we say if they want to come to us, because I think honestly small church it's very hard to attract people. You know why? Because big church got money, got building, got talents, everything they have. But small church very hard unless they really see something. Right? They see something and they got sold there and then they can. Because it takes a lot of faith to come to a smaller church. Right? And but these people I talk to this lady, if they go to a small church, go to the bigger church in Singapore, but they never stay. You know, right? say, oh, more than 10 years, I go to the biggest church in Singapore, they never stay. It's not about building, it's about people, relationship, meeting their needs, and identify the vision, and grow and serve. Okay, actually what God interested is soul, not so much of building, right? You know that he'll be moving around from place to place, right? In the Old Testament, right? And then he never asked David to build his temple, even though David stayed in the palace, right? But what God wants is touchline, alright? Touchline and grow, alright? And at the end of the day, it's most important is we grow our God shows us and we grow, okay? And then we do God's will and His, okay? By the way, when suddenly small church people don't see that just small church is an apostle ministry. You know, the apostle ministry must start church from zero and see how the God bless them. And you grow a lot. I was in one of the biggest churches last time in Singapore, right? I know what is big church, but I chose a small church because I was calling. You understand? I learned much more in a small church than when I was in a big church, right? I'm not taking the big church to do what I'm saying. You learn to able to see that, okay? And most importantly, you must grow. And what about you will grow in ministry and you impact life and you enjoy. The Bible says that you really serve God, if you do God's way, God's will, your joy will increase. The joy, good joy, crying joy, I mean, your joy will be complete. That means God will give you more and more joy when you serve. You're more and more fulfilled. You feel that, praise God. And really feel, I'm really fulfilled. Okay, so you must have that kind of feeling in the book of John. Eventually, you must have the joy of serving, right? And also have the peace, right? Okay, let's move on. Okay, as I'm flying in. Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 5. Okay. Alright, so then what happened? You will get. Okay, after that, now you want to steal the heart of the people. Okay, so you want to listen to their complaint, but you have to understand, you try to please the people, but then you please it the wrong way. Alright? Why you please it the wrong way? Look, your claims are valid. Some may not be valid, okay, and proper, but there is no representative of the king. So Absalom would add, if only I will appoint judge in every land, then everyone has a complaint will come to me and they receive justice. And anyone approaches him will bow down before, and you take hold of him and kiss him. See, try to please man. Okay, if you just please man, and we not God's way, you won't last long. Okay, we must I mean, we are here to bless them, to help them, to work together. Okay, and but we not we are here to please God, to serve them. Okay, I think statistic practically to okay, finishing area. Absalom behaved in a way toward all Israel will come to me for justice, so he stole the heart of people, and then he steal the heart of people. Okay, ministry, I tell you last time, we were very careful with ministry because I make sure we get the right people in. Because when last time, when the other day, you don't know, when anybody come, you just take them in, and after a few years, because we cannot work together. Because we don't understand them, we don't know them. Okay, and they are very different. The way they work is indifferent. So what I'm trying to say is that we not please men by letting them be served in a position that is not their calling. Because you will not last long. Because you may stay 6 months, 1 or 2 years, but after that you cannot last long. And not only that, you'll be a deep ministry because there is no calling there. Right? So it's when but we get the right person together, we want to serve them and expand and grow. Right? Because it's God is the leader. We are just make sure we are good steward and make sure we do everything properly. Yeah? So at the end of 4 years, Absalom said to the king, let me go to Hebron. Okay, he built his support base, and then he wanted to control the king. But suddenly, I made this vow, the Lord takes me back to Jordan, I will. At the end of 4 years, Absalom said to the king, so well, your servant was living, so he explained. He said, I made this vow, if God takes me back to Jordan, I will worship him in Hebron. But it's not the truth, you go there and gather support. Absalom sent secret message to the tribe of Israel. As soon as you heard the sound of trumpet, he said, Absalom is king in Hebron. So he built his power over the years, right? He wanted to overthrow the king. I thought you know our seeds and represent 200 men from Jerusalem and company. They invited guests and went innocently. But Absalom was offering sacrifices, he was Ahithophel, okay, David's counselor. Okay, so he buy over this man also. Alright, so the conspiracy gained strength, and then following kept on increasing. Said to David, the heart of people of Israel will be Absalom. Okay, so he beats the man, right? Even unjustly, he just want to win their favor, maybe give them some benefits, and then, okay, let's move on. Then David said to his official, we will be in come, we must flee, or none of us will escape Absalom. We must leave immediately, or he will move quickly, will take us and bring ruin on us, and put the city into the sword. Okay, so now you want to prove the king of Israel and his servants are ready to do whatever the Lord chooses. So the king set up any time. So he had to flee. Alright, because his son very strong already, he had to run. On the run, and he left the concubine. Okay, a certain also sleep with the concubine. Alex very much, and the Lord began, these are the good ones, the Kiriatites, the Telatite, and the 600 Gilead, all accompany from Gad. The last time they reached different time to follow David, right? And so they say, why should you come with me and go back and stay with Absalom? You are a foreigner exile. And this is a good man. Say, may the Lord show you and show you kindness as well. But Eli said, wherever my Lord, my king be, I will be there, even to death. So these are good ones, warriors, right? So he said, okay, then David sends out the men back. Why? Because they want to get what the spies, so-called spies, are. So they bring back news to David, so that we know what's the next step to do. Right? So, and the king crossed the Kidron Valley, and all the people moved towards the wilderness. So they are on the run to the wilderness. And so this is a big place. So connect to the book of Ezekiel, and the great event. So during the most difficult time, David at this case, he was in David. Alright, and during King Solomon time, he was also a king. So he helped the kings of the established king, or reigning king, and not Absalom, or not the other one, the other king. He is another rebellion, the other one. This Zadok, he was faithful in good times and bad times. Eventually, he was rewarded like the living kingdom. So the Lord priests are the faithful priests. They are right inside the heart of God, reigning with God during the 1,000 years. They are right at the heart. And we must be in this category. The Zadok kind was faithful to God, to the church, in good times and bad times. The most difficult time, so these are the faithful ones. So we must have this kind of character in rebellion. The kings are you're going to lose the strength. But some people are able to go to Absalom because he needs strength and power, because he wants the power. Eventually, Absalom was killed, right? He was speared to death. Right? So the point, what I'm trying to say here, that we must be loyal and faithful to where the Lord called us. Because even the church was difficulty, or the king is a difficulty. At this period, the king was in great difficulty, right? He was on the run because he's going to have something chasing after you, overthrow him, and then he will escape. And then you find it to be like a children. So Zadok, because of their loyalty and faithfulness, they remain faithful in very difficult times, and also building the temple, right? And so he's always building the temple in good times and bad times. And Zadok kind. So very important is that we must be faithful to God to the end of His calling and build God's kingdom. Whether the church is small, or especially the church is small and needing help, and you are, and God saying, and the Zadok is time together with the king. Already as that they remain faithful even to Solomon time to build the temple for God. Right? So they are always building God's temple. So this time, you read the book of Ezekiel 44 to 48, talk about the Zadok side, and in the eternal kingdom, they are the closest to the heart. They are the kings are the presidents just at the side. That means, although they are kings of the world, but they are not inside. They are not inside the inner sanctuary. It's the Zadok that is inside. So those who are faithful to Zadok, they will be right inside during the millennium. And in the eternal kingdom, you will be rich, and they will rank in the kingdom of the different rank, the least and the greatest. Right? So I think that's a good chance. Okay, I love to keep you thinking because I already mentioned the main. Okay, and then what happened? Okay, the Zadok is very faithful. Okay, later I talk about the Zadok and Abati. I think some people are faithful. Okay, let me in verse 34, remember they sent the people back so that they can frustrate Argo, fail advice King Solomon. Alright. So David, right? So he has some people, not all of that. So let's read the Zulu. Alright, in conclusion, basically today's message is feel secure. Alright, feel secure. Whatever that you even people below you or your subordinate will advise are good and subjective. It's good for the collective goal. We should go. We should go together. Alright, you don't have to feel insecure about it because even on different age, we are not perfect. We can work together. We can synergize together and for the glory of God. Different gifts. That's one. Second thing, and then right though, I say that the Joab was very happy. He fell to his face when King David accepted his suggestion to bring his son back. Okay, and lastly, what we emphasize is Zadok. Zadok, of course, response must always be right. People don't refuse to you and burn people's feet. We do some people who do that. And then the other thing, be faithful to them. Okay, especially in crisis time. That's where the king's need, or even the church need, or whatever. And you must be able to see that he is within our church, not our church. So pray for us at the church. We want to bring in as many people you can. Many people tell us that the church has a good future because we have a lot of young people. Young people where we can bring out young futures, leaders of the youth, especially. So we have a lot of potential as we bring in the audience and the young adults. And then we want to bring in many workers, helpers, and in the work different fields, especially the children's side. Many aspects. We want to reach out to the schools, in the university, and all kind of needs out there. A lot of need. We hope to send people, one person there, one person there. And of course, the Lord carry and then do a lot for God. Primarily, we is the good church and impact our society, the lost people in this part of the world. Here we have great visions, but we have to work towards the vision. Just pray about that. Okay, so I think I'll put you back. Sorry, thank you. Let's pray. Today, you say, God, I want you to be like this. So, in good times and bad times, I will build God's kingdom on the way. As according to God, direction in the anyone? If you want, please make your feet. We just pray. We say God will build His eternal kingdom. We live all the way in good times and bad times. I'm not afraid. Okay, let's pray. Okay, Jesus, I want to be the Zulu kind. Because at this time, David was on the run and he was in a crisis, but he might be killed and his throne might be overthrown. And yet, Zodok, okay, still remain with David to support him, to help him, and Jesus. And I want to be that category. And the book of Ezekiel, Zodok was amply rewarded, and he was right, living in the 1,000 years of reign. He was right inside the inner sanctuary with Jesus. Whereas the prince, they are good, but they are at the side. They are not inside. Only the Zodok was inside. So they were amply rewarded where they are faithful to God, building the church and His kingdom. God, I will be like the Zodok category to build your kingdom and for your glory. In Jesus' name. Amen. Praise God. Okay, thank you so much for listening. Thank you. I see you to the right. Sister Christine, thanks so much.